Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. This morning's heavy rain caused some flooding in our area once again, and one of those areas hit yet again Route 424 in Hazleton. This was the scene this morning at the intersection of Route 424 and Poplar Street. This is just the latest time the road had to be shut down due to flooding. With the heavy rain that moved through the area this morning and poor drainage along Route 424, PennDOT had to close the road once again. As of this 5:30 newscast, the road is still closed. Claiming impropriety of a magisterial district judge, prosecutors in Luzerne County are asking for a change of venue in an upcoming homicide hearing. First Assistant District Attorney Sam Sangladoce filed a motion to prevent Magisterial District Judge James Haggerty from presiding over the hearing for accused murderer Dana Gange. Gange allegedly beat his 56-year-old girlfriend Linda Frick to death on August 4th. During his arraignment August 8th, Judge Haggerty asked the attorneys to address bail in the case. Under state law, first-degree murder is a non-bailable offense. Prosecutors say Haggerty prejudged the matter and lacks the required judicial independence to preside over the preliminary hearing. Could the next police chief of Mahanoy City be the chief from Mahanoy Township? Borough Council recently asked the Civil Service Commission to consider Township Police Chief Brandon Alexander for the position. The position came open after former Chief Ken Zapovsky left Mahanoy City for Rush Township after spending 10 months at the department. Alexander has been with the township for a number of years. If the commission agrees with Borough Council, they will refer Alexander back to council for hire. Plans for another new building are underway in the Humboldt Industrial Park. Can-Do will be applying for land development approval to get a 50-acre site for a 470,000 square foot speculative building parallel to Interstate 81. A developer expressed interest in constructing the facility near the Trammell Crow speculative building. Can-Do will be going to Hazel Township for approvals on the project. Can-Do Vice President Joe Lettieri said that the recently built Trammell building has been drawing a lot of attention to the industrial park. A second developer also has interest in a 91-acre site on the opposite side of Route 924 in Humboldt, Northwest. Road work to build a new road from Route 424 into the Humboldt Industrial Park could start next May. Recently, the Can-Do Board of Directors voted to submit an application for $1.2 million in financing from the Commonwealth Financing Authority. The money will be used with a $625,000 state LSA grant to improve the intersections of White Birch Road and Maplewood Drive and Forest Road and Maplewood Drive in the $1.8 million second phase of the project. The first phase of the project, which will be the construction of the extension of White Birch Road to meet a road that PennDOT will build from the end of Route 424 at the I-81 junction, is set. The Commonwealth Financing Authority gave grants to 3 communities in Lower Luzerne County today. In Foster Township along Route 940, sewer lines will now be extended to 14 properties. A new park will be developed near the library in Whitehaven, allowing safe pedestrian access, and Rice Township will receive money for park construction. That announcement made by State Representative Gerald Mullery. Also, a century-old sewer main will soon be replaced in West Pittston. That announcement made today that a $16,000 Pennsylvania Small Water and Sewer Grant Program grant will allow the sewer main on Luzerne Avenue between Salem and Franklin to be replaced. That announcement made by Representative Aaron Coffer. This afternoon, State Senator John Udechak and Representative Dole Heffley announced $750,000 in state funding for 5 improvement projects. The two announcing that the Klein Township Municipal Authority was awarded a $200,000 grant to replace water lines and install 5 fire hydrants along West Oak Street and Chestnut Street in the village of Tresco. The project will significantly improve water quality and fire suppression service in that area of Banks Township. Also, Nusquehoning, Jim Thorpe, Lehighton, and Weisport received money for project upgrades for either water or sewer lines. In addition, Beaver Meadows was awarded $85,000 through the Greenways Trails and Recreation Program for construction of a pavilion near Memorial Park. The Mountain Council of Governments, which represents local governments across 3 counties in the Hazleton area, will be holding a special meeting about roads. That special meeting will be held September 27th, 6 o'clock at the West Hazleton Community Room on South 4th Street. The meeting will deal with cooperative road and street maintenance that, according to IMCOG Executive Director Dan Geidish. The meeting is to talk about mutual assistance with equipment and manpower for performing some of the road work in the communities that are in IMCOG. Geidish is asking if municipalities could have their road supervisors attend that meeting and bring along a list of their road equipment. Coming up on WYLN News, safe travel by plane and by car. We'll explain. Plus, check your tickets. There was a big winner. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Clouds and stray showers overnight, the low 60. Some clouds. We might see some sunshine, though, and some cooler temperatures on the way. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Each of us has a different idea of what makes an adventure. Go anywhere and do anything in a Jeep from All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram during Jeep Adventure Days. Lease a new Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4 for just $169 a month. Or lease a new Jeep Cherokee Latitude Plus 4x4 for just $189 a month. And get 0% financing on select models. Whatever adventure you enjoy, we can get you there in a Jeep at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Or online at allamericanjeep.net.
The Transportation Security Administration is offering a program that will allow U.S. citizens to enroll in an expedited TSA screening program. Residents can apply in the airport boardroom at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport from Monday, October 1st through Friday, October 5th. The cost, $85, and it's valid for 5 years. People who enroll will be allowed to leave their shoes and belts on and keep their compliant liquids in their carry-on in select TSA airport checkpoint screening lanes. Law enforcement will be working with other agencies next week. It's all part of Child Passenger Safety Week. PennDOT will be teaming up with Northeast Highway Safety, the Traffic Injury Prevention Project, and local police to help parents and guardians make sure that their children are properly restrained while traveling in vehicles. Car seat technicians will be checking for proper installations of car seats at the locations that are right there on your screen. The service is free to the public and there's no appointment necessary. Child Passenger Safety Week runs from September 23rd through September 29th. State Attorney General Josh Shapiro today hosted a roundtable and news conference in Norristown. He was joined by state legislators, district attorneys, survivors of child sexual abuse, and others to highlight the need for the legislature to approve 4 key reforms. They were recommended by a statewide grand jury that investigated sexual abuse of minors by Catholic Church clergy and decades of institutional cover-up by church leaders. Shapiro joined with the others to sponsor legislation to strengthen the state law governing the mandatory reporting of child sexual abuse. Other recommendations included specifying that civil confidentiality agreements do not cover communications with law enforcement, among others. Parents of children in the Roman Catholic Church and survivors of sexual abuse by clergy are suing Pennsylvania's 8 dioceses and their bishops to compel them to release information about allegations. The lawsuit was filed in Pittsburgh on Monday and alleges that the dioceses haven't met their obligation to report child sexual abusers under state law. Several spokespeople for the diocese say that they can't make a comment until they've seen that lawsuit. While gross revenue from gambling at table games in Pennsylvania casinos during August of 2018 was slightly down, the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board reported that total gaming revenue, that's the combination of slot machine and table game revenue, was up 2.8% compared to August of last year. Mohegan Sun Pocono showed a dip of just over 5%, while Mount Airy Casino showed an increase of just over 2%. Check your tickets. A winning Cash 5 ticket worth $500,000 was sold at Sheetz on Route 315 in Plains. That's according to the Pennsylvania Lottery. The winning ticket matched all 5 balls drawn on Saturday. The winning numbers are 7, 12, 13, 25, and 42. Winners unknown until the prizes are claimed and the tickets validated. Cash 5 prizes expire 1 year from the drawing date. Anyone holding a jackpot-winning Cash 5 ticket like that one should sign the ticket, contact the nearest lottery office, and get further instructions. And Sheetz, well, they've earned $5,000 as a selling bonus. Coming up on Shikshine's News Choice, it's Trooper Tuesday, and we are meeting a recruiter in Community and You. Plus, prevention from falls in a special program coming this Saturday. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
When Matt Cartwright moved to Washington, he became a darling of the far left. Cartwright voted repeatedly for sanctuary cities and to give amnesty to illegal aliens, like the one in Philadelphia who raped a 5-year-old girl. These are the votes. Cartwright voted to raise our taxes and for more welfare. Cartwright is so out of touch, he won't even hold his own umbrella. Time for change.
I'm John Schrin, and I approve this message. Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
Wyln, everyone. It's Tuesday, which means we have the Pennsylvania State Police here with us, and today I'm very happy to have Trooper David Myers, who is the recruiting officer here at Pennsylvania State Police Hazleton Barracks. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So I thought it'd be really interesting to kind of learn about how you become a state trooper. So if somebody's interested in it, I know becoming a Pennsylvania State Police trooper is a lot more intense maybe sometimes than becoming maybe a municipal officer or something. There's a lot more, I think it kind of seems like, to becoming a state trooper. So what's the first step you'd have to take?
So first we would talk about the requirements and whether or not you meet those prior to submitting an application, those requirements being between the age of 20 and 40. So you do have to be 20 years old at a minimum to submit an application. You can't be older than 40 when you do submit the application. You have to be a U.S. citizen. You have to possess a driver's license from any state throughout the country. And you also need to obtain at least 60 college credits in order to step foot in the academy. We do allow people to apply with a minimum of 30 credits, with the understanding that they'll continue on with their education to get to the 60 that they need prior to entering the academy for training.
So somebody walks into the State Police Barracks and said, you know, I'm interested in it. You talk with them, they put the application in, they're selected. Is there interview processes? How does that happen?
So we do currently have a 4-step selection process, which starts with a written exam. And just going back to the application itself, that could be found at our website, patrooper.com. Everything's done electronically now. It takes about 5 minutes to complete. You submit that, it goes through electronically to Human Resources and sits on file until it's time for testing. The first step in that 4-step process will be a written exam. If you score well enough to move on to the second phase in the process, that would be an oral board consisting of scenario-based ideas. The third step would be the background investigation, and then finally you would complete the process with a combination of physical readiness testing as well as psychological and medical processing. All told, the selection process, starting with the written exam to the last phase in the process, could take roughly 9 to 12 months prior to going into the academy.
Wow, so this is a process for you guys with it.
Very much so.
Now I know friends of mine who were municipal officers who left there to join the state police. They have to go through the same thing even though they're already like a police officer?
Yeah, so although they go through a similar training and for a similar amount of time, they would have to go through our training as well. We don't accept lateral transfers regardless of your law enforcement experience or for how long. I personally had a classmate down at the academy who spent 8 years with the Maryland State Police and had to start out in our academy on day one, the same as anybody else like myself who didn't have any law enforcement experience prior. Act 120 training is the certification that you would need for local policing.
Right.
That is where you would go to class basically on a daily basis for the 4 or 5 months that consists of. Our training down at Hershey, down in Hershey, is 6 months long, and it's actually a live-in academy, so you do stay there Monday through Friday with rotational weekends to go home for home visits.
Speaking of the facility in Hershey, so if you make it through the testing, everything's good, you get green light to go to the academy, you're there. You're there for the 6 months with it.
Yep.
So what are some of the things, some of the different types of training a recruit may see?
In terms of the cadet training, you're talking about anything from at the academic side of it and learning the laws, whether it's the crimes code or the vehicle code. You're learning rules of criminal procedure, so there is a lot of classroom time spent while you're down there for that 6 months due to the fact that there is a lot to learn and a lot more to learn even after you leave the academy. You're doing scenario-based training while you're down there. You're doing hands-on techniques, defense techniques. You'll be boxing each other while you're down there to learn how to defend yourself. There's some swim training. There's a lot of cardiovascular training in terms of running and that type of thing. And you'll also be responsible for performing duties on a daily basis, as well as the weekends that you have to stay down at the academy for your duty weekend.
So it is very intense. So if you're interested in it, you want to talk to a recruiter. Trooper Myers here in Hazleton is the guy you want to talk to about it. If you have any questions, maybe you're thinking about it, but you're kind of on the fence, to reach out and talk to you and kind of see which way they're leaning with it.
Absolutely. I am one of 15 full-time recruiters throughout the state. Each troop, and we have 15 troops, has its own recruiter. Regardless of where you live or our area of responsibility, you can reach out to us at any point in time. All of us are listed at Contact a Recruiter at patrooper.com, email addresses and phone numbers that you could contact us at if you do have any questions about anything.
So again, if you're interested, you may want to reach out. When you said, when they put their application in, and I know you guys take classes, and I think you guys just started a class down at the academy, if I saw correctly, or they were going into one?
Yeah, we had one report, I think the end of July maybe.
Okay.
So relatively new, probably getting to about the halfway point. Our fourth and final class for this year will actually be going in at the end of October. I've been with the recruiting unit for 2 years now, and this is the first year that we've actually had 4 classes. Typically we'll have about 3, but that's all based on funding and how much money we have to process and then to train people. So yeah, the end of October will be our fourth and final, and then I think at this point in time, we know that we have at least enough funding for a minimum of 3 classes next year.
Yeah, so, and I know could always use more troopers out there. So again, if you're interested, you want to reach out to Pennsylvania State Police to learn more about it. If you have some questions, maybe you thought something we didn't cover here, give them a call, learn more about it, and become a member of Pennsylvania State Police. Trooper Myers, thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. We welcome you back anytime to talk about recruiting, and maybe we'll get you back early next year when we start with the next classes.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Police. Thanks for joining us here on Community and You, everyone. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
One of the greatest fairs on the East Coast, the 163rd Bloomsburg Fair, September 21st through the 29th, with farm and garden exhibits, agriculture displays, Cinderella carriage rides, demolition derbies, and tractor and truck pulling. Take a ride on the carousel or one of the many amusement rides. For a scenic ride, jump on the Sky Ride. The grandstand boasts a lineup of entertainment you don't want to miss. Order your tickets online or at the grandstand office. Always a wide variety of attractions and food vendors. Come and enjoy a day at the Bloomsburg Fair. Visit us on the web at www.bloomsburgfair.com or call 570-784-4949.
Northeast Gold and Silver inside the Churchill Mall is paying cash for gold and silver. Top dollar for silver coins, national currency, fine and sterling flatware. Stop in or call them at 570-497-4177.
Stop in and get everything you need to make your garden colorful and bright. Check out our incredible low prices only at Van Hoeken Greenhouses, Retail Garden Center, Lofty Road, McAdoo.
Your cell phone will not be receiving a presidential alert this Thursday. The test of the alert will now happen October 3rd, 2:18 p.m. All phones will make a loud noise with a special vibration. Cell phone users cannot opt out of it. It's designed to warn the public of national emergencies, and a reminder the notification is only a test. Yom Kippur begins at sundown, which is also known as the Day of Atonement for those of the Jewish faith. The holiest day of the year is observed with a 25-hour period of fasting and intensive prayer. And you're invited. Join Tingo and the staff at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers for a fall prevention seminar this upcoming Saturday. The seminar starts at 10 a.m. at the Churchill Mall location in Hazel Township. It'll focus on many topics concerning falls, prevention, and treatment.
At Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, we're going to be having a free educational session about how to see if you're at risk of falling, what a fall actually is, how to prevent falls, how to fall-proof your home, and some things you can do to just get yourself in better shape so that you have less risk of falling.
The seminar will run from 10 a.m. until noon, September 22nd, which is National Fall Prevention Awareness Day. Reserve now. Seats are filling up fast.
We'd rather you pre-register because there's only going to be limited seating, and we obviously want to make sure that you can get in. So pre-register, call us 570-501-1808, and we'll get you in.
Physical Therapy and Balance Center, located at 1077 North Church Street in Hazel Township. You can call them at 570-501-1808 or text that number as well to find out about all of the services that Physical has to offer. He does put me through my paces. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazelton. Everything to make your house a home.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 19 minutes from Scranton, 15 minutes from Wilkes-Barre, 12 minutes from Old Forge, 18 minutes from Mountaintop, and 28 minutes from Berwick. Barber Ford in Exeter and Barber Ford in Hazleton. Start your new car search today at barberautogroup.com, where nobody sells for less.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food. From breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial. Licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
watching Wilkes-Barre's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're your local network.